Today on All Things 80s, I bought the only Star Wars figure for sale in my neighborhood. Welcome back to All Things 80s. Now, earlier today, I had this desire to go out and actually purchase a Star Wars figure from a store, which is something I haven't done since 1984. So, there are a few shops around me that do sell toys. So I went to them all and I was able to find one Star Wars figure. So went to Walgreens, they had none. Rite Aid had none. CVS, none. TJ Maxx, none. A couple of the dollar stores, none. But I got lucky in Duane Reade, where I found one Star Wars figure for sale. And this is it. General Veers, Black Series. So it was quite sad in a way because thinking back as a child, the only anxiety I ever experienced when going to buy a toy was not knowing which one to buy because there were so many for sale. I still remember the big John Menzies store in Edinburgh. Obviously, being smaller, I wasn't really taking into account my smaller stature against the wall, but it just seemed as if this wall went on forever with hundreds upon hundreds of Star Wars figures. And today the anxiety was, will I even find one? And as it was a very difficult task, which is quite sad for children these days. But I guess things do change with the times and it's all online purchases these days. But it was nice to actually go into a store and take this to the checkout, hand over my cash and come home with it. Now, this will be the third Black Series I've had in my possession. The other two that I had and have since sold, but those were the AT-AT driver and the TIE Fighter pilot. So this is my first exposure to the thing that I believe they call face printing technology. So I'm going to get this opened up and take a quick look at it. This won't be an extensive review because I'm sure there are a ton of Black Series review videos out there, but this is just my take on a figure with a human face. Okay, so General Veers. Now, as I mentioned previously, this is my first ever exposure to this so-called face printing technology. I have to say, that is rather impressive. The detail, and it does seem extremely lifelike. And for something in this price range, that is a job well done by Hasbro, I have to confess. Fantastic. Now, what also impressed me was, unlike the other two figures I had previously, both, I believe, only came with a blaster. Whereas this one, actually, it came packaged with his little cap, like so, but that's removable. And he has his AT-AT Commander helmet, which also looks rather impressive. Looks really good. And he also has his armor, complete with a holster for the blaster. So this is absolutely packed with features. I wouldn't necessarily call them play features because you wouldn't really give this to a child to play with, but that looks really good. And even has a holster, which, wow, this is amazing attention to detail. Even the loop on the holster comes off and can be reattached if you put the blaster in there. And of course, there's the little blaster. And like the other figures I looked at, it does have this sort of sculpted trigger finger, which is always nice. If I can get that in there. Ooh, it's a very tight hole. But there we go, is that it? Almost. Yeah, you get the idea. So this is the best one I've had in my possession yet. Very, very impressed with this. And of course, I don't need to go on about the various points of articulation and whatnot. But this is the AT-AT Commander, or General Veers. And I have to say, this does look fantastic. So I can only imagine if the other human figures in the Black Series have such detailed faces as this. That can only be a good thing. So, that was it. I went out to the store and bought a Star Wars figure. First time in, what, 36 years. Incredible. So, thank you all for watching. Special thanks to the Patreons. Speaking of Patreons, I may well do a giveaway soon with some nice prizes. Please like, please subscribe, and as always, stay tuned for more videos from All Things 80s.